Yep, we are playing with cameras again. This time, it's a Nikon Coolpix S3000, a small Digicam from 2012. The plan, however, is a bit more complicated, because I want to make this camera see in infrared. How? Let me show you. Digital cameras use a type of sensor called CCD or CMOS. That sensor is made of silicon, which is responsive to visible light, but also to a small part of the near-infrared and ultraviolet. This, along with the Bayer filter on the sensor, would give this pink shade to any video or photograph taken with natural sunlight. For this reason, they place a filter right in front of the sensor, to block all infrared and UV light from getting through. And today's mission is to take it out. Hopefully. So let's begin. First step, always remove the battery. You do not want it to get damaged or catch fire whatsoever. Okay, this was a tricky part. These flex connectors right here are in the way, and one of them is soldered onto the PCB. I had to cut this joint with pliers, and we need to solder it back in when closing the camera again. Once I've reached the inner parts of the camera, I stopped recording as much, but this is what happened. I finally reached the heart of the camera, and before me lay the CCD sensor. As you can see, the infrared filter is right above it, and hopefully I will be able to remove it. With a hobby knife, I slowly began removing the sensor, and lo and behold, the blue color of the filter's backside. It would be possible. One has to be very careful here. Any scratch, any mote of dust will affect your final images. I used the battery box to protect the sensor from any dust, while I separated the filter from this rubber piece, which I needed to put the sensor back in place. After that, reassembling the camera was smooth sailing. When resoldering this cable, I also added some electric tape on the backside of the LCD for further protection. And in the end, the startup sound. A sign of relief for any hardware hacking project. At first glance, everything seems normal. But once you take a remote controller, which by the way shows nothing on a normal camera, will clearly flash a pink light on this new camera. And that, my friends, is infrared light. The quick flashing is the message the controller is transmitting. The camera isn't ideal to decode it, but if you plug an IR receiver to an Arduino, it will do the job. But that's all I have in store for today. Thank you for sticking around, and let me know if you want to see more of this camera. Take care and have a good one!